Hi everybody. In this video, we're going to look at how we can set up and solve a pair of equations from column vectors. So in our first example, we're told that 2 lots of this column vector, 1p, plus 3 lots of this column vector, q negative 1, is the same as the column vector 5, 5. Now we know that a column vector is made up of a horizontal component followed by a vertical component. So to solve these equations, we need to treat the horizontal components separately to the vertical components. So essentially, we're just creating two equations. So for our first equation, we'll have 2 lots of 1 plus 3 lots of q, and this will equal 5. And we can simplify this equation. We'll have 2 plus 3q will equal 5. We'll take away the 2 from both sides. So 3q will equal 3. So therefore q must equal 1. And now we can repeat this process using the vertical components. So we'll have 2 lots of p plus 3 lots of negative 1. And again, this will be equal to the 5. We'll tidy this up. So we've got 2p minus 3 will equal 5. We'll add 3 to both sides. So 2p will equal 8. So therefore p must equal 4. Okay? So all we needed to do was to derive one equation from these horizontal components and one equation from the vertical components. Do you want to have a go at question B? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back if you want to go. So our first equation will come from the horizontal components. This will be 5 lots of 0 plus 2 lots of q, and that will equal 4. Tidying this up, we know this will be 0, so 2q will equal 4, so q must equal 2. And then for the vertical components, we'll have the p, the 3, and the 16. So 5p plus the 2 times the 3 must equal 16. 5p must equal 10, so p must also equal 2. How did you get on with that? If you haven't tried question C yet, do you want to give it a go now? And come back when you're ready. Okay, so we've got the horizontal components, and we've got the vertical components. So we can write this as 3 lots of 2 plus 4 lots of q must equal 2. So negative 6 plus 4q will equal 2. 4q must equal 8. Q must also equal 2. And then we'll have the vertical, negative 3p, plus 4 lots of 0 will equal negative 9. So 3p will equal negative 9. P must equal 3. How did you get on with that? So as we progress through this video, we'll use the idea that we can get one equation from the horizontal components and the other equation from a vertical. Okay? Let's try another set of questions. So if I work through example A, and then you can try example B. So we've got the horizontal parts and the vertical parts. This will give us 2 lots of 3p plus 3 lots of 6 to make 24. We'll have 6p plus 18, and then we'll take away the 18 from both sides, and we'll get p equals 1. And from the vertical components, we'll have 2 lots of negative 4, 3 lots of 5q, and that will equal 22. So negative 8 plus 15q will equal 22. 15q will equal 30, so q must equal 2. Do you want to give question B a go? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. So we've got our horizontal and we've got our vertical. We'll expand this out. 3 multiplied by p over 3 minus 2 lots of 7 will equal negative 5. These will cancel, so p minus 14 will equal negative 5. So p must equal negative 5 plus 14, which gives us positive 9. And from the vertical components, we'll have 3 lots of 4 minus 2 lots of negative 3q, and that will equal 36. So 12, this will make a positive 6q will equal 36. So 6q will equal 24, and q must equal 4. How did you get on? And in the next set of examples, we're going to have the unknown on both sides of the equation. So again, if I work through this example, and you can try this one. So we'll have our horizontal, and then the vertical. So we'll have 3 lots of 2p minus 2 lots of 5 must equal 4p. So 6p minus 10 will equal 4p. We'll move a 4p over to the left-hand side and a negative 10 to the right-hand side. So p must equal 5. And then for our vertical components, we'll have 3 lots of 5 minus 2 lots of 3q will equal 11 minus 8q. So 15 minus 6q will be 11 minus 8q. We'll move the negative 8q's to the other side. So we get 15 plus 2q, negative 6 plus the 8. That will equal 11. And then we'll move a 15 to the right-hand side. And that will give us negative 4. So q must equal negative 2. Okay? So you can see that the equations are getting a little bit more complicated, but the idea remains the same. Do you want to try question B? Okay, so we've got the horizontal and the vertical components. So from the horizontal, we've got 4 lots of p over 2 minus 3 lots of 5 will equal 5p plus 3. We'll simplify this as 2p minus 15. We'll move the 2p over to the right-hand side. So we get 3p. We'll move a positive 3 to the left-hand side, and we'll get minus 18. So p must equal negative 6. And then for the vertical components, we've got 4 lots of negative 1 minus 3 lots of negative 2q will equal q plus 46. So minus 4 plus the 6q will equal q plus 46. I'll move these q's over to here, so we get 5 q's, and I'll add 4 to both sides, and that will equal 50. So q must equal 10. Okay? Let's try one final set of examples. In these questions, we still need to find 2 unknowns. So for question A, we need to find k and lambda. For B, m and mu. But now you can see that they've been arranged differently. So if we just work through using the same method, we'll look at the horizontal components, and we'll do the same for the vertical. So we'll have 9 plus 4 lots of negative 2 must equal lambda lots of 1. And then we'll have k plus 4 lots of 3 must equal lambda lots of 5. But now the problem is, we cannot solve this bottom equation because we have 2 unknowns and only one equation. But what we can do is we can solve the top equation. So we can work out lambda from the horizontal components and then put this value of lambda into here. So if we just bring this down, we'll have 9 minus 8 must equal lambda. So therefore, lambda must equal 1. And now we can substitute this value of lambda into here. And that'll just be 1. So we'll have k plus the 12 must equal 5. And therefore, k must equal -7. How did you get on with that? Do you want to try question B? You can pause the video and come back when you're ready. Okay, so welcome back if you give it a go. So we've got our horizontal and we have the vertical. So we'll create the two equations. We've got 7 minus 5 lots of 2 will be 3 mu. So 7 minus 10 must equal 3 mu. And we've got m minus 5 lots of -1 must equal 2 mu. So we'll tidy each of these up. 7 minus 10 must equal 3 mu. And m plus the 5 must equal 2 mu. So we can see from the horizontal that -3 will equal 3 mu. Therefore, mu must equal -1. So we'll replace this mu with -1. And we get m plus 5 must equal -2. So m must equal -7. Okay, how did you get on? Well, thank you very much for watching. I hope you found that useful. If you want the full lesson, you can download that from my website, mrmathematics.com. I'll leave a link in the description below.